Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa, and for today's video, we are going to be doing part 1 out of a little mini 3-part series to finish out all of our Halloween fun on my channel this season. And essentially what I'm going to be doing is using a bunch of different Halloween makeup and things from Walmart to see if these are worth anything at all, worth your time and money to create Halloween looks with. And so I actually already filmed the one you're going to be watching today, but I did not like any of my intro footage. You could tell that I was just flying by the seat of my pants. And now that I've had time to let this sink in and truly figure out how I was going to do this, because initially I was going to do all 3 looks in one video and I decided to nix that because it would be too long. So I'm going to break them into 3 parts like I mentioned. And so for today's video, we are going to be playing with the face gems that I bought. And I'm going to be creating a look using just the face gems, trying to see if they're worth the money and if I can create a fun Halloween look to go with a costume from the products used at Walmart. So I really hope that you guys are excited. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. This one is like a mermaid one. She was $1.98. And then, what is this brand? Wet n Wild had some. Wet n Wild has like a whole Halloween display at my Walmart right now. So I thought this was cool. And this one looks almost kind of like unicorny to me, I guess. And I don't know why this one almost gives me cat or mask vibes. But these ones were right here. These retailed for $3.98, so not bad either. I think this is the one I'm going to use today. And from what I can tell, it's definitely kind of made to go on this side of my face. If you can hold it up. Because I don't really think you could turn it around and it give the same type of effect. I don't know. So I'm going to put it on this side of my face today, but I am going to do my makeup before I put it on. I do think that is going to be the ticket, that if you want to do scales on your face or any eye makeup or blush or highlighter or anything like that, you definitely got to save this for last. And so I'm going to pop some stuff on now. I figured I will do this all in real time with you guys so you can see how everything works, if I think it is worth anything. And then if you need an idea for stuff to do, then you'll have it as well, because I don't do many Halloween videos in real time. So I have already started with obviously most of my base done. If you're doing a child, like I said, or anything like that, you don't have to do this. Obviously, do as much or as little as you want. You can truly just stick on the jewels and call it a good day if that's what you're looking for. But I'm gonna do makeup because that's how I rock. So this is the Pretty Vulgar Make Them Blush in the shade Prim Vixen. It's a super pretty color. You can really build this up or you can kind of keep it light, but I think this is gonna be great for this look. See if you're careful with it, it doesn't look that scary. It can get there though. So I'm gonna do this kind of up onto my temple here, bringing it right down onto my cheeks and go like this. And then I'm gonna do on the other side. I'm not gonna bring this across my nose like I would personally do, just because I think if I'm gonna do scales or something else, it's not really necessary. So do it like this. I'm gonna dip into the Jaclyn Volume 2 palette, and I'm just gonna play with some of the pinks here. And kind of create a little something something. So let's see here. I'm gonna dip into first, let's do Tipsy Girl because it's the most vibrant pink. And I'm just gonna start popping this all over my eye. Again, this is just something I'm gonna do to keep it really, really simple in case that is what you were looking for. But obviously you can do as much intricacy as you wanna do. So if you wanna spend a lot of time and do something super fun and more detailed, then do you, boo, definitely do you. Okay, so now that I'm here, I'm gonna dip into the shade Lolly Mama. It's another pink, just a little bit deeper. And now I honestly feel like you could kind of stop the pink there if you want to, but for me, I'm always a little extra, and so I'm just gonna add some of this to the outermost portion and just barely bring it up onto the lid like this, kind of keeping it low in the crease. This is just for added depth and dimension on my part. Again, you don't have to do this. All right, so now to kind of finish out the eyes, I'm gonna take this shade over here called Ride or Diamonds. It is an absolutely beautiful shimmer shade just to kind of keep it really nice and light. And then maybe I'll put this shade I'm in it as it is a shimmer shade with a little bit of a pink tinge to it on the inner corner. It just depends on how I feel after I put down Ride or Diamonds. I feel like Ride or Diamonds is one of those shades that if you have this palette, it adds just the perfect amount of shimmer and it doesn't really take much thought and it's not too heavy. So let me zoom you guys in so you can see it in action. I know this is not like the craziest makeup tutorial ever, but just so you can see. So like this is like Rider Diamonds, just barely adding like a shimmer to it. And like by leaving the inner portion of the lid kind of, you know, without color, it'll kind of create extra dimension where some of it'll look more pink because it's obviously going to kind of tailor itself to what it's over. But I'm just gonna kind of pop this all over the lid, just like that. Because again, we're going for easy here. Like we're not going for, you know, nothing too intricate. At least not for me, not for this video. All right, so from here, before I do any like mascara or anything, I think I'm gonna start adding like the scales, because I think the scales will be super fun. So I'm gonna take the fishnet hair cap, wig cap thing that I have, and I'm gonna put this over my face. Now, definitely if you have fishnet stockings, you could totally use those if you don't wanna have to buy like wig caps or anything. It just depends on what you wanna do. So I'm literally gonna put this thing over my face, just like this. I know, attractive, right? And so the ticket with this is obviously like the wider you pull it, the larger the scales will look. You could have them smaller, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. This is gonna feel very, very strange. If you have a child, I recommend maybe having like someone help you or doing bits and pieces like this, you know, or if you can hold it up or have them help you hold it up so it doesn't have to pull on their face. Just a tip and trick because it is gonna sit weird on the skin. For me, you can do this however you want to. If you weren't gonna do this, you could really put them all over your face. I'm probably gonna focus them kind of on my forehead, kind of like the inspo here with this girl, because I just don't want it to look too busy on like this side once I put the stones down. If you were doing a mermaid look without the stones, then you could like put it all over your face. I think it would be super, super cool. But I'm legitimately just gonna take a few different makeup brushes for the different colors that I feel like using. This is not hard at all. For me, I think I'm just gonna kind of pick random shades. I don't know if it's gonna be purples, blues, greens, but I'm just taking a palette with a bunch of colors. This is the Glamlite Miykayla palette, and I'm just gonna dip into it. Obviously, you wanna do different brushes for different shades. So I'm gonna start with the shade Part 2, and I'm just gonna start popping this on because I feel like if I think too hard about it, I'm gonna play myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm legitimately just going to pack it on. You're not gonna wanna rub and swipe. You wanna kind of keep the pigment kind of as is. So I'm just gonna do purple, and I'm just gonna pick, I think, random spots for it. So like maybe one here. And I recommend like patting in a circle like you see here. So that way it kind of diffuses itself, and it's not just like a weird conglomeration of dots, and you don't have something super, super dark and some super, super light. I'm gonna bring it up into my hairline, and I'm gonna stop there with the purple. I'm gonna pick another shade, and I'll do some blue. I'm gonna do, they have like a light blue and a dark blue in here called Rhodey and Masshole. I'm just gonna kind of mix them to create a custom blue. And so then I'm gonna do this one up here, like this. I'm gonna kind of bring this one down this brow. There really is no rhyme or reason to this. It's gonna kind of just be however you feel like. I'm gonna do yellow right here for like a little brighter pop of a color. I don't know how well it's gonna show up truthfully on my skin like this, so we'll see. Okay, so I am back with the mascara and the lashes on. Again, you could skip lashes if you wanted to, but I think these did add a little something fun to the look. These are the Vegas Nay Eylure lashes in Grand Glamour. They're super comfortable, super lightweight, and I like the kind of look that they give. The overall look, who knows? Either way, for highlighter, I do have this sleek makeup highlighting palette. This is in the shade Solstice, or the kind Solstice. You can get this at the drugstore. It is super, super cheap, super, super affordable, and it is one of the most stunning highlighter palettes. I mean, like, look at this, you guys. Like, it's ridiculous, and it's so affordable. So I would use something pretty beamy and pretty icy, in my personal opinion. So I'm just gonna kind of mix the pink and the purple. It comes with like kind of creams and the powders. I've never used the creams in my life, but I'm gonna pop this on. Look at that, oh child. and just kind of swoop it right here. Obviously, again, this is all stuff you're gonna wanna do before you attempt to stick on the stickers. Because I don't know, you guys, I feel like if I wouldn't think about it myself, I know I keep saying that and you're probably like, yeah, well, duh. But I'm like, if I didn't think about it, I probably would just happily start sticking those things on and then be like, wow, I can't do anything. So then I'm gonna put it on my nose, center of my nose, lip area, like a light dusting on the chin to bring everything kind of, I guess, all together. And then I'm gonna use the 2 shades as well, just on the inner corner. I know I mentioned a shade in the palette for this, but I think this is just gonna be better to kind of be all cohesive. And I'm gonna do it on the brow bone because we have so much going on that we do not want to neglect that area. So I'm just gonna do that. Boom. The nose highlight is always the one that gets me. I think it's stinking cutest. Okay, so now I think I'm pretty much set to put on the stickers. And so let's get into this bad boy here. It says recommended for ages 15 and up. Girl, use it wherever you want to. I think always kind of test a patch. Like, it might be good to grab like 2 of these and test it on your child's skin just to be safe. Even on your skin if you're nervous, if you have sensitive skin, I always say patch test anything before you slap it on your face. And it does say this product is designed for one-time use only, so that kind of makes sense. And then it does say a patch test is recommended. Apply a spot of product inside of elbow or wrist for 30 to 60 minutes. That's a lot, but I guess if you're gonna wear that long. And they said the jewels are adhesive backed. Carefully peel off the sheet and press onto the position on your face. Follow the photo on the front of the card for inspiration, which is pretty much kind of what we did. And then you can just peel off the jewels. You wash with mild soap, warm water, and paper towels. And it does tell you the adhesive ingredients. So just check that out just to be safe in case you are nervous. And so obviously you can keep putting it back up to the face to kind of decide how you want it to be, but I'm just gonna rip it off and slap it on my face because I think that's just the way to go. All right, so it is peeling off really easy and everything kind of stayed together on that, so I am pretty impressed by that. I do think the ticket here is I think you're gonna have, especially if you do something like I did, if you do scales, you're not gonna have a lot of time to pick it up and put it off. Now, if you're doing it on no makeup skin, yes, because I'm sure this will probably peel some of the makeup off. So do be mindful, kind of really carefully place it before you try to pop it off and move it around a bunch, because obviously the more you also take it off, the less sticky it's gonna get and it might not stick. And as I suspected, my tiny little forehead is probably going to be disrespectful. It's gonna go in my ding ding hair. But you know, you only live once, so I'm gonna do it kind of like this, I think, with the jewels just touching above my brow. Okay, and I'm gonna pull back my hair because she's gonna stick in those baby hairs. We may lose some soldiers today, but I'm gonna press it down with my fingers, just really. It feels solidly sticky. We'll see. So we're gonna start with that, and then we're gonna bring the other face jewels. They kind of have it cupping the eye area, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I think that kind of looks cooler. So if you guys can see, like if I was doing it like the girl, it had her like right up on her brow, almost like connecting it. And I think the purpose is to kind of keep it away from your eye area. But I don't know if I love the placement there. Let me bring you in so you guys can kind of see. It's not like you're gonna be able to tell me any different. But like, I don't know. Or do I want to kind of do like a little right up underneath the zone there? Should I do 2 sides of the face? Should I do it? I'm nervous because once I put it down, I've committed. All right, so I am now back with what I would kind of consider my completed look. For this, I did pop on some super fun blue lipstick that I have. It's actually called Mermaid Blood from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, which, how fitting. And then I did put some body oil on my body as well, just to kind of give me that like kind of damp type of a look. This is just kind of how I would fully kind of complete this outfit wearing this bralette. Obviously, it would be different if I was more covered up, but here's what we're working with. And the hair is definitely giving more genie than mermaid vibes, but you know what? We're just lucky I brushed it at all, okay? Because how I started this morning was how I woke up, okay? So that's just, we get what we get here. But either way, we're gonna jump into actually talking about the little gemstones. So keeping in mind that they are $1.98, so $2. And the fact that I was able to customize it so like I didn't have to all keep everything on one side of my face like the picture showed, that I could definitely kind of move it around. I like it. a lot. I really think that for a super quick, you're in a pinch, just need something to kind of make a fun makeup look, that these are phenomenal. I think they are absolutely amazing. I do think that whether or not you are trying to kind of adjust it more to your face shape, or if you're using it on a child and you need to keep it further away from their eyes than how like I pushed mine up near my eye, that you could definitely get away with probably trimming this one and cutting it into 2 pieces so you could move it around a little bit more, and I don't think you would have an issue with that. But I'm just super impressed, you guys, especially for $2. I think it looks great. I would definitely rate these a 9 out of 10. The one point just being for the fact that it does look a little plasticky and cheap, especially on this one right here, just for the simple fact that the rhinestones are more spaced apart so you can see more of like the sticky adhesive middle part, whereas like this one, because they're closer together, it definitely looks a little bit more realistic in my opinion. Now you could totally take like a box of gems like this and glue them on individually on your face if you wanted to, but that wasn't the vibe today. We were definitely going for like no thoughts, no nothing, it do the work for us. And so keeping that in mind, that is why I'm rating it the 9 out of 10. I definitely think this is a genius idea. And then also, you know, you do have the ones from Wet n Wild that a little bit more expensive, but they're giving you different types of looks. I think these are great for Halloween. I think these would also be great if you're into like music festivals or other type of like fun party kind of things, where you could get these during the Halloween time and just save them for other events. And I think they would work out really well, especially if you just don't want to put a lot of thought into it. Because again, you could definitely do this with individual rhinestones, but if you don't want to have to do all that, I think it's great. They also feel really secure on the face. The more I like move my eyebrows and like smile, they don't feel super tight. They're not restricting my movements, and they also don't feel like they're gonna pop off. So for legitimately $2, I think that is phenomenal. This is gonna be it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching. I like the way it turned out. I feel adorable. I think it's super cute, and I think that this would work for, you know, adults and children alike. So I think that's one of the reasons I really like it. And so yeah, you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Would you wear these? What do you think about them? Do you think they're worth the $2? I don't know how you could not think they're worth the $2. It's like the cheapest Halloween costume I've ever done, period. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you are excited to see the other videos of the Walmart makeup kits, which will be coming soon. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next one. Bye!